My name is Lee Noodleman-Sassman. I'm a multidisciplinary performer. We were funded for this project by the South African Cities Network, looking at public space and looking at things like inclusivity. We're also getting seed money from Hakhel, which is an organization that funds Jewish communities all over the diaspora in the Jewish world. The Distance Project is very much part of our trajectory as a community of multidisciplinary Jewish artists, thinking about our position here in Johannesburg and how the Jewish community in Johannesburg in general is very cordoned off from the wider South African society. So many of us live in this area. We don't come here. There's something about this park in particular that feels disconnected from our lives.
I'm Karen Katz, and I do identify as Jewish and as an artist and as a playmaker and as an explorer. So this is Patterson Park. It's been redone. There's beautiful benches, there's gym equipment, there's park equipment. I'd like to understand it more. I'd like to take ownership more, a little bit of it. And because we're a group of artists, we're not discussing it around a forum table with bullet points and muffins. We are living it and embodying it and letting the park talk, and then we'll listen, and then we'll talk, and we'll see what the park says back.
This whole thing is just an experiment, a social experiment. Let me get into some nitty-gritty stuff. So there are toilets here. There's also hopefully going to be an urn at lunchtime.
You have no idea what's
Okay, let me talk about who's here.
My name is Maya Tove.
My name is Sean Redpath.
My name is Anderson. I'm a friend of mine.
Hi everyone, I'm Lynette.
My day job is I'm an academic.
I am Gabriella and I'm Kendall Peterson. I'm Megan Connolly.
Hi everyone, I'm Frank. I'm Carlos Jeju.
I'm Yael, I'm honored to be here. And I'm a South African American musician, singer, songwriter.
My name is Anelema Anza. I'm from Soweto. I'm a full-time musician.
My name is Moshe.
Filmmaker, creative, filmmaker, actress. I'm an actress, I'm a singer. Also the same as these two. A facilitator, a coach.
Also a registered music therapist.
And I'm an explorer.
And also an explorer.
Friend of Yael's.
Dramatist, theatre maker,
And I'm currently an Alexander technique teacher and a Pilates instructor.
performer.
Also a multidisciplinary person, a drama teacher, video editor, musician, songwriter.
Provocateur.
All of the things.
You're going to have to subtitle all of this.
We early on in the day, we're kind of just starting this process. And the fresh sort of start of the morning.
My role effectively is to guide all of the participants towards their finished product.
It's going to be like, go make stuff. Some is prescribed.
The space that we are working is on this side and on that side, but this bridge is where we end.
The place is prescribed.
Can our space be on the bridge?
Yes.
Can we shotgun that space?
Yes, shotgun that space. The themes are prescribed.
Any musicians like Red Hot Chili Peppers that want to go under the bridge.
And now, like, let the engines run.
I don't even know what we're doing. That's fine.
We don't know what we're doing.
Oh look, they're walking there. Let's go.
So take a breath in, smell what you smell, breathing out. Stand up and come into a circle.
So far in the day, it's been a process of warming the participants up to each other. What's going to come is hopefully the participants are going to present the first showing, creating a piece of work that's between 1 and 2 minutes, highlighting the links that the artists might have between each other. And those links are drawn out of objects that each participant needed to bring that is connected to their individual identity.
No, I'm not saying slave.
No, not allowed.
No.
A white slave.
No.
Amazonian slave.
No way slave.
Brazilian slave.
You see something different.
Yeah, that's okay, but then what would I be seeing? Because if I'm
Seeing what it is.
I feel like everyone needs it. Everyone needs to move. Everyone needs to feel.
Do you think South Africans could colonize Brazil?
I've got a ladybug on my book!
this symbolized a bit of the process.
The difficult thing about distance is that difference is a difficult thing. A difference of distance, of culture, of shape and of size, of language, of spaces, of truth and of lies. Difference is difficult if distance is what decides. Clash of culture, but perhaps we can cross that line. Close the gaps with our stories, bring those epic tales. Close the gaps with your voices, walk together on the rails. Listen. Truly, truly listen. And together we will find that difference doesn't define us if we can just bridge that divide.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
What an entrance. Hi everyone. I'm not sure what the time is. How long have we still got? This piece takes normally 50 minutes. We've done about 4. So you can, this piece is called A Door. It takes 50 minutes. Thanks, we'll show you the rest of the work this evening, or this afternoon. Unless you want some more.
More.
More. This is my assistant, Anderson. He's from Amazon in Brazil. I brought him specially from Brazil because you know they're having a lot of problems there. So there's kind of like a, what was it, Anderson? It was kind of like a generous act on my behalf.
Yeah, with the whole crisis with Amazonia, Bolsonaro denied the COVID, the whole problem there.
Can you speak up so that did everyone hear Anderson? I'm having a problem with Anderson. But we'll talk about that. I mean, it's an assistant, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. This is about a door and a door. And it's about identity, and it's about this work, which I've been carrying around with me for about 2 years. 3 maybe? 3 years. Yeah. Are you happy with the mark? You want to take the mark?
Not really, actually, because you promised to me we're going to Venice to do that performance, and you bring me here. It's not fair.
Yeah, but that was 2 years ago. I said we'd get to the Biennale with this work, you know. I mean, but things changed, you know. Why it's 50 minutes is every time we do the work, it's dependent on me. It's my work, Anderson. It's about me.
I know that.
Okay, and it's about 50 minutes because it's 50 minutes of my life. Because I'm 50, so it's 50 minutes. So normally the work, at 50, it stops. Like at 50, it's done. But not, so like when I did it, we did it 2 years ago, excuse me. Yeah, thank you, Anderson. Thank you.
It's a good assistant.
Sometimes, you know? And I mean, it's I mean, look at this. I mean, things are falling off. It was Anderson's idea to bring us through the field as a kind of like out of Africa Star Trek moment. All my ex-lovers are trapped in the door. Pictures of them.
Huh? Voodoo doll.
Voodoo doll, yes, exactly. And Anderson, sorry.
They want help with that?
What? Yes, thank you. Okay, boundaries, yeah. And then the pants. Sorry, we're not going to go. Normally, what happens in this work is that there are times that we do things that are a little bit like we push boundaries. But I'm getting to a point now where I don't really want to take my clothes off. Okay, so Anderson says I should just finish because normally this takes 50 minutes and it's comedic. You know, it's a comedic work. If you haven't laughed yet, then, well, I don't know, maybe. Anderson wants us to finish, so I'm just going to.
This is the song. Don't ask us what does it mean. It's just the song. It's a collaboration.
What I'd like to do now is invite everyone, please, to just share a few words with the group about what came up for them from seeing the pieces, from working on their piece.
It was uncomfortable at times, pushing through the discomfort of, why can't you just understand what I'm trying to say?
First of all, I had to understand the culture of the Jewish people where she comes from. She had to understand my culture, where I come from. We had to understand his culture.
And it was just a constant for me, surrender, surrender, surrender.
Suddenly I got sprayed with sewage water sitting on the floor. I think maybe it happened to all of us, this thing about being slightly uncomfortable. What we had to do was just kind of just open up.
And then all of a sudden, we just got each other.
So when we were discussing, we did find out it's only the skin that makes us different. But we've got the same vision, everything is the same thing.
I'm happy to be together today. We know each other.
As I surrendered to that, just let go, suddenly I felt, I can hear that note you're playing. And it was beautiful.
It was just improvising together, just being playful and just having fun.
We must go to the studio and make it a track.
Yeah.
But just like for me, it highlighted all the variations of disc thinking.
For everyone's work was this immediate connection to the environment and to making work on site.
See what kind of symbolic property the space can give to us. I say, Maya, why we don't use that space here? Let's put our body, as a performance art.
Thanks for making me feel so uncomfortable in the blackjacks. Sure. This is a brave thing you did.
Because we were all filmmakers and that was our medium, was having to adapt film to being in a park and being outside and not having technology, but being able to be in a new space and be outside working with each other for the first time, and then using our medium in a space.
These are the ways that we are going to work as artists.
There was just this warmth. See a bunch of people, some of us never met each other.
No matter if it started off separate, they all ended up like coming together.
This is almost like we're creating a blueprint. What it means to bring people of distance and difference together.
I'm saying, we're crying together.
So let's come together as one and show the world that we can sing together. We've been working together. Those kids were shouting with us together. We can do things together.
Would you guys like to know what the next phase is? Okay.
What should be following after this, I think?
We've seen people create small little works in small groups of 2 and 3 people.
We think we're going to be combining with the other groups that have also shown us performance this morning.
And now we've joined 2 groups together and they're working in bigger groups. So they're going to be conversations. I think if you had to go now and walk around the park, you'd see people sitting and talking because they're going to have to negotiate and work through these ideas, but also the discomfort of having to take something and completely reimagine it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu She'akol niyeh bidbaro. Amen.
Tamago, 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 tamago. Tamago. Blackjacks, 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 blackjacks. Today we have a band. What? We have a band. We have the Blackjack Blues. Anderson? Emily? I'm the assistant, sorry. Good. Hello everyone. Okay, so hello.
Hello.
Hello. I wanted a DJ.
Sorry.
Ibiza.
I didn't got a DJ. I have a band. Soundtrack band.
And who's going to pay them? I'm Maya.
Yes, we are the aliens.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't need your pay. We are the aliens.
When I was 13, I was tortured by my piano teacher. And every time someone plays music, I go a little. Do you know what I mean? So it's a little bit uncomfortable. This. I think the next time we're gonna have a band, please talk to me. Please.
You talk a lot.
I know, but it's about me.
Do you have a lot of blackjack on you? What's that? Can I take it?
No. Okay.
It's a virus. I should take now. You're full of virus.
The comedy's dropping because it's now becoming about you, and it's.
Okay, I'm the assistant. Where's my place? To be here quiet.
All right, thank you. So you must some of you already know, this is my door, and it's a storytelling around the door. All right. Okay, this is my door. I need to talk about the door because it's about fragmentation and identity, and what this means about opening doors and closing doors and portals, gateways, doorways, entrances to other worlds. I've got the Blackjack Blues. This is the Blackjack Blues. Blackjack, blackjack, whitejack blues. I got the blackjack, blackjack blues. I got the blackjack. Blackjack blues. You are full of blackjack. Blackjack blues. Blackjack blues. We got the blackjack blues. We got the whitejack blues. Whitejack blues. Whitejack blues.
Maybe we can play one of our songs.
One of your songs.
Yeah, so what happened today was unplanned. So I'm grateful that I got an opportunity to also express myself in this way.
I just loved how everyone became quite present when they were performing.
And for the first time in a long time, I think I've actually just been present and connected.
We're trying to do something poetic, something sensitive.
I'm so thrilled I got to know such cool people who I probably never would have met otherwise.
The whole thing today for me, it's about celebration. You know, celebrate. Like the whole world, it's burning out.
It was really great to celebrate the differences and the space and come together and create something so unique to each of us.
It's connecting like these different nodes of people that we all come, even those who come from the same culture, still have different experiences and life experiences.
And of course connecting with the space and with Joburg and on Heritage Day.
It's so nice to have that openness and freedom.
I felt the universe shining on all of us.
We all have the same longing to love and to be loved and ultimately connect to the Supreme Being.
God created us. We're creating music. It's only us and God that can create things. Nothing else but love. That's why we sing about love.
Rather give me a hug. Maybe I'll take away all your pain and fill you up with love, not on my own, but with the help of the sun and the moon and the stars above.
I could not feel more enlarged and elated.
We come together and we actually get to experience creating work together.
Yeah, I know now, I know I have a new family. I thank you. I thank you all.
Thank you for creating the space. I can't thank you all enough.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me along on this journey today.
I think distance is also about trying to acknowledge the difference between people and say, look, you know, we're not all the same.
Distance is the space between.
For me, the biggest thing was showing the difference between our cultures, but also how close they can be.
And that space is either miles apart or right close together.
I think a lot of the distance we see in the world today is because people are going in different directions.
Bringing artists together, it's a way of creating something that is new and that is common between people.
We're all working towards the same thing. There is no distance. You know, even if there's physical distance, there isn't distance emotionally, there isn't distance spiritually.
Which I think is very common today, is the multicultural within one person.
I think it's very interesting, the distance in the sense of culture, but it's also the distance in terms of COVID.
Because in essence, it's just about community building through collaboration.
How do we find the value in ourselves, in our own heritage and identity and culture, while still embracing the culture, identity and heritage of someone else?
In terms of the diversity, what brings South Africans together? South Africans love talking about politics. So politics brings people together. Questions around identity brings people together. Money. Sport, the outdoors, the weather, alcohol. Distance is closeness. Okay. Peace.